Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Get that out of there. Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's live episode. We are talking about Drag Race UK, or RuPaul's Drag Race UK, I should say. Season 4, Episode 6, Snatch Game. I hope y'all are prepared to have this conversation because Lord knows I am. And I appreciate all of you for tuning into this live today. I will try my best not to make this the longest review you've ever seen. I know some of you just hate it so much. But I think you'll be all right. Now, let's talk about the fact that this Wi-Fi has been fixed. And if this sucker drops today, we're blaming it on somebody else. That's all I'm going to say. After how many technicians came here to go over, it's the wiring, it's the wrong network. No, it was the modem, the thing I had said from the jump that I wish somebody would. I'm waiting for that phone call. Can you tell us what happened? What I told you the first time, that all you had to do was replace it and we'd have been fine. Either way, I haven't had that signal drop since then. So we should have a perfectly good live today, crisp and clear. Okay, let's get my social medias out the way and then let's go ahead and start talking about this episode. To be honest with you, I do love Snatch Game, and I'll be real, there were some heavy contenders here, but I did think that the writing was on the wall when it came to this particular episode, especially with the bottom two. And I am going to talk about that Shirley Bassey. See, you mess with the ancestors, you end up in the bottom three. So let's have this conversation. It's at Matty Rants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at the Matty Rants. You can find that all in the description down below. If you grab a branch and eat some fruit, some little Mativia, it's a good poot. That Mativia shirt, that Ramp Pack shirt, the panel and Sundays are best with the panel shirts are available at dragqueenmerch.com. Just type in Matty Rants and you'll, find me there. I also do reactions on Patreon. I actually have uploaded both this episode for Drag Race UK, Drag Race Italia Season 2, Episode 2. I have that reaction on Patreon as well. And Chucky Season 2, Episode 4. There we go. It's giving, and it better. I'm paying for this internet. It better. It better. Also, who was Danny Beard originally trying to play? Please tell me now early in the notes, because I want to make a point about sometimes you need to stick to your guns and not listen to some tall lady that's going to tell you something different here, right? Also, I do have Cameo. Actually, I'm going to be doing a Cameo right after this one. I keep not forgetting, but I have so much that's going on right now in my life. But if you have something that you want me to say, a birthday, something special, you're going through something really rough and tough, let me know what's up and I will send you something special from the bottom of my heart. I also want to go ahead and say that the last Cameo who I got it from, y'all, you were not specific at all. You just said, do something for my friend. So I'm just going to do something silly, because that's all I can think of. But yes, you can find me in all those spaces and places. Thank you for tuning in. This disclaimer is for the girls that like to argue with me because I'm black and beautiful. Fluorescent beige and beautiful. Well, no, just beige, not fluorescent. But listen, this disclaimer, it's a program. This program is for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individuals, or wigs. All opinions expressed by MattyRants and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. No hate should be said to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program. Please don't be a if you feel blah, 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 blah. Great, cool, we got it, awesome. So yeah, Lewis Walsh. Okay, thank you. No, Cela Black is what RuPaul said she sounded like, but it was Lewis Black. That Lewis Walsh, excuse me. Look, I put the two names together. That they originally wanted to do. And yes, I did see the new commercial for next week, in case y'all didn't know what was going on here. I love how the moment I start speaking and working, I need to have somebody upstairs to move around. But I I think something happened where Rue may have not been feeling good that day, or there was a filming obligation, and they, of course, had to be on schedule. So they let Michelle Visage apparently will be the main judge for next week's episode because RuPaul is seen through the workroom doing, of course, the mini challenges, telling them what the challenge is going to be. But when it came to filming day, Rue is not going to be there next week. So it'll be Michelle, Graham Norton, Boy George, and Raven, Black Raven, for the girls that know, that will be there for next week's episode. But I'm glad we're not talking about next week just yet, Drag Race Superfan, but I wanted to get that out the way so that way it wouldn't be a consistent level of that being said while we're talking about episode 6 right now for Snatch Game. So yeah. Let okay. You and Ja, you gonna realize that we need to sometimes let things just be a moment, okay? Because I can see it from the trailer. I was like, it's not gonna work for me. Nope. She is good for a co-host. I don't know about the regular position. That's the. And then you brought up that lady, this other lady over here, and I thought to myself, boy, George, but don't they know that he said, you know what? I'm not. I was like, let me be quiet. Because I thought for sure that they had the MO on recent things that they were talking about. And I was like, oh, I guess I guess they don't. I guess they don't. But let's get into it today. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Almost 100 of you in this piece. Give me some love. Oh, and if you want to drop me a little something, something, your boy just moved into his new place. Help me out, bitch. Okay. If you want to, you don't have to. A thumbs up will do for sure. But tip me. PayPal.me /MattyRants. Cash App $MattyRants. Venmo MattyRants. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this ball rolling here. Let's get this started today, kids. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so listen, we lost baby last week, and honestly, that was for their own mental health. I needed to be very clear in understanding that what baby did was the best decision anybody could make, especially on a platform like this. Rico, thank you for those kind words. It's all an act. It's all an act for me. Confidence, it's an act. But I thought that was the best decision that they could have made. I thought it was a good personal decision to take place. Also, and I know the girls hate it when I bring race into this, but as a Black man, I'm proud of who I am. So I'm going to talk about it because it is important in my community. But seeing somebody of color taking their mental health on that level and leaving a competition, not for the sake of TV, but for their own space, it was brilliant, and it was also wonderful to see, and I'm proud that they're making that decision for themselves. I wish baby nothing but the best when it comes to their journey and what they're going through here. If that's a little too racial for you, fuck off. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. 100 of you in this live, hit that like button. But this Snatch Game is a little bit different. It's strictly come Snatch Game. They're mixing the two. It's the BBC. So I imagine they're mixing the two. Okay. But here we go. Baby's gone, but once again, Cheddar Gorgeous, you have the right words to say. I love how people are just getting into the voice now. I've noticed a few people tweeting like, oh, she needs this. Girl, I've been said that Cheddar needs to have a show where we just listen to her talk and speak and go ooba gabba gabba ooba wah. But listen, they're all going to miss baby, but they knew it was the right thing for her. And I'm personally here for it as well. Now, I know how this episode was going to turn out just from this couch conversation. Black Pepper's like, I'm going to do better. LaPhil, I got to get out of this position. I said, those two are in trouble. I said, and who is going to be the third? That's literally where my mind went to, y'all. I was like, I think this is going to go in a certain particular order. But we shall see. No, baby, I have not. So pushing past this and going through this episode here, because again, I'm trying to get to Snatch Game, real talk. Again, I'm going to do better. I'm going to do this, that, and the other. You know how this conversation happens. It's this. It's the layup. It's the setup. I hope I do well. I'm doing pretty good. Danny's the front runner. Dakota's got 2 badges. Where are the rest of these girls at? Well, Jonbers is still sitting there, badgeless, going into episode 6. So I already know that pressure is for real. But one thing I've noticed about Jonbers Blonde and Black Pepper is their attitudes towards a lot of the competition. I'm throwing LaPhil up into this piece as well. If they would give LaPhil more camera time, because as you saw this week, they did not give that girl no camera time. Again, I said, now I have sat here with all these other hoes, but this lady right here gets one little screen grab, kaboop. Then we're going to move over here. I want to do Maria Kondo. Oh, okay. Kaboop. Confessional. Kaboop. Runway. Kaboop. That's it. That's it. Back in Untucked. Well, you guys, confessional, kaboop. And then all of a sudden we see them lip syncing, kaboop. I said, Now everybody else up in this piece, I'm gonna tell you, Danny's getting them runs, Dakota's getting those runs, Pixie's getting those runs. Cheddar always got something to say, which I'm not mad at, because again, Cheddar's fill in the gaps, Chad. There you go. Black Pepper's got time, and Jonbers, because Jonbers is apparently the storyline of I ain't got a badge, but I'm getting there. I'm getting close. But I'll be very honest with you. You would think with someone with a name like LaPhil would be filled in more into this conversation. So you may not agree with me on that one, but I'm telling you, after these last 6 episodes, the pattern is real. The most I got from her, it was the conversation in reference to hair as well as gender identity. After that, I'm just like, okay, so there's more to her. There's a lot more to her in the story. And I wish that we could like get there, but unfortunately, this may not be the platform for that for LaPhil. Maybe we'll get him on All Stars, possibly. But personally, that's what I'm thinking. That's how I feel. That's what I'm saying. All right. All right. So I would also like to say that this show has been filmed for 16 hours plus. Okay. So whenever you don't see someone getting their time, I would ask for y'all to be more progressive in your thinking. And as far as figuring it out that, yeah, if there was that much time to do in here, what storyline could they not have fit in with the rest of the show? That's all I'm saying. But then again, this is why my reviews are not recommended after these videos on Wow Presents Plus. Isn't that right, kids? All right, so RuPaul is up in this gig, reminding these children, riddle me this, riddle me that. You know, I got something up my sleeves like that. But then it brings up that someone is coasting along, and I thought this was a little bit mean, but damn. They said Jonbers just riding the wave right now. She's just here. I said, oh, okay, perfect. RuPaul, I love this suit, but comes into the workroom to not give them a mini challenge, but to say, hey, babies, it's Snatch Game. Black Pepper, you ain't fooling me no more, because this high kick, I thought, oh, she's going to bring it. No, that high kick was her low-key falling into the oblivion. That is the space of Get Out when they felt the little teaspoon hit. I said, well, there goes her body. Some elderly man's going to take over that body now, going to be running outside just trying to see how fast they can go. My God. But it's Snatch Game, so you already know the rules in reference to this play, kids. It's very, you need to be a celebrity, and you need to be able to present that celebrity to RuPaul and whoever is going to be there. Laughs need to ensue. It is very improv. Yes, and if someone asks you a question, have a fucking answer. If you don't, you're literally going to be in the bottom. It is also considered a make it or break it challenge on the show because, again, improv is very important in drag and out of drag. Well, girls, don't let them tell you. If you're hosting a show and something goes crazy, where are your improv skills at? If you're doing a lip sync and something messes up with the track or someone throws you off, what are you going to do to make up for that? Girls sometimes get shaken, so they want to see if you got the nerve. This is where that charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent comes in. This is the nerve part for me, okay? All right. Okay. Marb feels that Snatch Game is getting kind of tired. I disagree. It's one of my favorite challenges personally, but you have every right to feel that way. You do. I know a lot of you sometimes feel a little bit jaded or sort of, tired of the same sort of shtick that is happening with this show. There are things I feel like always are going to do well, and that's going to be Snatch Game is going to be one of them for me. I want to see the celebrity impersonations. I'll tell you what I don't want to see is Snatch Game of Love. That I don't want to see. That I don't care for. That I'm not a fan of. Because that involves somebody else having to also be funny, and they're not. And I've seen that several times. Okay? All right. Just saying. That is the part I'm going to get into. That is the part I'm going to get into because I get really tired of certain things when it comes to, oh, is that what you want to do? And I'm like, baby, if you wouldn't you find it funny if you didn't know who the person was and they were giving she getting on my nerves with that just a tad bit. So I'm gonna tell you what she did to Danny Beard that I thought was bullshit. And I was like, girl, you should have stuck your guns. I don't know what you were thinking, but you should have stuck your guns. Once she told them what the assignment is and the girls are getting ready, this is one of the most rare moments on television is seeing LaPhil have a conversation with people. Okay. 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 She wants to be Maria Kondo. Do you know how bad of a decision that was? I'm going to be very honest with y'all. She has chosen roles that have been very strict, prim, and proper this entire season. Ma'am, you've been in the bottom every time you've done that. What have we not learned? And I know that you wanted to make it funny, but you had to make it funny. Why? I thought to myself, of all the people, and you've literally gone through this. Like, what? Uh, okay. I said, here comes bottom two. Cause I was like, yeah, that no, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. Like, but then Posh Spice was right there. Can I be honest with you? I don't think that was gonna be any better. What was she gonna do differently with Posh Spice? I don't know if this was gonna be for LaPhil episode. I'll be real with you, but I did like their spirit. I liked their candor. I liked where they wanted to go with this. Before I talk about Pixie, now Danny had a whole other idea for another character that they were going to be someone who they actually spent time working on. Imagine Lewis Walsh, okay, X Factor judge. From what y'all are telling me here, I actually am now that the name's coming to me, I know who y'all are talking about. I am shocked that they just didn't go with this decision and didn't listen to RuPaul. Like, you do realize that story purposes, like that's supposed to shake you up, Dan. And not every time do you have to listen to RuPaul. I also need to talk about when she told Jonbers to basically play an Irish person, like a really heavy, like full girl. I was like, what the fuck is happening here? I was like, is Ru on her Tyra Banks era? Is this happening now? Are we having this full moment, this top model? Like, I was like, what's going on? St. Patty? Are you fucking serious? Okay, cool. Do what you need to do. If she finds it funny. Ooh. Pharaoh Kitty, help me out here. Only way to make Maria Kondo funny would be to take it to the extreme opposite. Have her show up wasted, a total mess, and having a nervous breakdown. Ru says, please take the character to the next level. Like, completely, like, go there. Don't be rude about it, but make fun of it. Make fun of their moments. Like, you can't take it so seriously, then it ruins the whole purpose of Snatch Game. Like, for real, for real. But Danny wants to do this. Lewis Walsh fully has it down. Pixie and LaPhil got it. Pixie, why Shirley Bassey? Out of all the people in the entire world, you chose the lady that you don't even know. Oh, yes, bitch. Because when you got asked a question and started going on a ramble fest and brought up that she was a movie star, I was like, so you don't even know this black lady? And oh, I want to play. It shouldn't have to. We're going to play this character, and it doesn't have to be about race, but you need to be good. You need to be good. I felt some kind of way. I was like, ooh, honey, you could have been Jake Yonsei for Snatch Game. You could have been Lawrence Chaney for fuck's sake. Those are just two people off the top of my head that would have made more sense than you playing Shirley Bassey, a Black Welsh woman. You're making it about race, Matty. I kind of need to, because it is important, like who Shirley is in history and exactly who she was. You said the star of the silver screen, and I knew you was playing some bullshit right there. You only quoted her half the time. I haven't even gotten to Snatch Game yet. Let me continue, because I was pissed. I was like, you know what? If she does Shirley great, I won't have nothing to say. But I'm gonna now have to look at her with a fine-tuned comb because I know who that lady is. I'm a fan, so I was not happy. She was Bubbles DeVere from Little Britain. Because it wasn't Shirley, girl. I was like, this is getting kind of weird. It's getting kind of weird. It's getting kind of weird. But again, keep moving. Let's keep it going. I don't want Pixie could have been Ross Matthews. Be super gay with an American accent. Go off, girl. Like, mm-mm-mm. 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 So I want y'all to understand, I had to block the individual, but Sandy, that person is the same one that came to my page the last time and was talking about my race agenda. So I just want y'all to know that was who that was. If you see them in my comment section, light them up. Light that racist up. Light them up. They're blocked in my lives now, and I'm certainly gonna block them again in my comment section. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it to y'all real clear. Yeah, I'm black. Shh. Don't tell nobody. Light skin though. And I do talk about things in reference to who I am as a person, and I relate it to the show. That's why this is a different experience for me. I don't have the privilege of being somebody who hasn't dealt with racism before. Don't have that privilege. Don't have it at all. And I have to watch television and remind myself, you know what? Oh, where am I at? I have to look for me sometimes here because it's been a couple of long years of not seeing who the fuck I am on television. With that being said, if this is too much for you, there are a plethora of white content creators that do what I do that will certainly make you feel very welcome, since me discussing who I am is a problem. With that being said, oh, look, this is for them. Everybody reads. Okay, continuing on, because it's gonna get blacker from here. Get ready. Get ready. I'm tired of these ooh, Matt almost said some shit I would say in the panels close quarters, girl. I almost said some fucked up shit. So I'm gonna catch myself and do you that favor and anybody else that feels that way. Why is it that you have to do this on so many of your lives? It doesn't happen to white content creators pushing a white agenda. Well, again, I'm not allowed to be a Negro, apparently. And can't be proud of my own black heritage. And then speak of things that will relate to us because we be looking for us to have these see, child. Anywho. It was cute. I thought it was cute. Maybe next time they'll get me. Race, 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 race. There's a whole show called Race Chasers. You're going to really do this today? I'd have that conversation. Using a name like that to get fuck baby. All right. Jonbers Blonde is ready to go. And I'm hoping Jonbers was going to pull something out here, and they did. So I was proud of it. Dakota Schiffer, I was very, very happy with your decision this week. But that corner doesn't seem like they're going to be in any trouble. Bag of shits, I'm just kidding. Everyone's favorite Republican, I'm just kidding. Everyone's favorite conservative, lies. Bag of chips is in the building with a beige suit and tinsel wig. You gotta love it. I was like, okay. Cute. Oh my goodness. Goodness. This is where we got to learn about a lot of things. It is. It's where we got to learn about a lot of things. A lot of things. RuPaul was like, "Sure, Maria Kondo," and then it was really funny when it was, "Oh, here comes race again, everybody." When it was, "Pixie, what do you wanna do?" "Well, I wanna do Shirley Bassey," and of course, RuPaul's like, "Oh, that's a great choice." Some people, are gonna feel a certain way about a white person playing a black person, and I said to Ru, "If they're in blackface, yes. Yes, we will feel some kind of way." But as far as her playing the person goes, it depends on how it's done. That's how I felt. It depends on how it's done. But we have seen RuPaul give people passes on the main stage for their active racist behavior, So it's okay. It's fine. That is listen, not everybody takes things the same way that everybody else does. Not everybody black is going to be speaking about black issues. Not everybody who, is an ally, this, that, the other. I understand that. So I'm not going to be like Rue has a response. No, I'm not going to do all that. Rue is a grown ass man who wants to do whatever the fuck they want to do. Do all of that. But in this moment, I would have asked Pixie, what are your other options? Because just like you put the fear of Danny Beard in there, I done the same thing for Pixie. Like, was there anyone else that you chose that you possibly were interested in doing? I'm just happy she didn't paint herself dark. Ooh, girl, y'all don't even. I was like, if she tans, I'm gonna lose my shit. Black Pepper. Once you said Lil Nas X, I knew you were in the bottom. I love you, girl. But honey, no, no, no. Cheddar said Queen Elizabeth. I said, oh. And there's your winner. There's your winner. Hold on, let me check. Okay, Wi-Fi still content connected. Don't mess with me now. Uh I almost called her the baby shiffer. What? I was about to say it, y'all. I'm so glad I caught myself. The baby shiffer. Dakota Schiffer, bringing up Pete Birds. RuPaul knows who that is. So it's like, oh, definitely be someone who I knew. And you saw how Dakota's face went, oh, like, oh, fuck, because now is going to be some pressure. But, again, don't take it too seriously. Now, Jonbers wanted to be Enya, and I feel we were robbed of an Enya moment. I do. I was so mad they changed their mind, but I was also kind of like, okay, it was still funny. It was so funny. It was so funny. But well, Super Aim, I'm gonna highlight that in a second because I want to counter your point, but also give you that time too. She said, well, you want to be an Irish person. Why don't you just go full blown and just be St. Patty, but be the sister? You saw how they try to keep them away from the male drag character, just like they did Danny Beard. Did y'all catch that? I said, no one's a male character this year. And RuPaul made sure of that. She said, oh no, do not be the male version. Be the lady version. And then Danny Beard, I don't like your decision. Listen, I don't know. Maybe Rue don't like Lewis. I don't know. Maybe she don't like Lewis Walsh, whatever that man's name is. I felt so bad for Danny in this moment because you could tell they had it. They organized it. They had it set to go. They had an idea. Bohemian Bait, no lie here. I got it. Yeah. I was a little bit like, so you want them to play who? I was like, okay. Okay. You said I love her being Irish. I hate her name, but we're gonna make you the most Irish of them all. I was like, got it. I said, I hope Jonbers doesn't become flustered in this moment when they actually pulled a home run with it. Because every time RuPaul threw a reference, home run. Click, boom. Super Amy. Yeah, Lil Nas X could have been funny, but it would have required someone with a bigger personality and who has the boldness to go all the way. Black Pepper is too reserved. Well, I don't think Black Pepper also knows Lil Nas X like that. I think they know their music, but maybe not fully who they are outside of their discography, because Lil Nas X kind of is a comedy genius, especially with marketing. If you remember the whole pregnant bit for the Montero, yeah, like girl, like you know what I'm saying, like he has moments that could have been utilized. I would say for Black Pepper, that would have been a safe performance if it was going to be the best that you could give for Lil Nas X. But I wouldn't put him as a Snatch Game character. Visually, yes, there, but otherwise, he could have came out as the devil that was that was in the video for Lil Nas X. Like, by the way, I'm Satan. Yep, that was the Lil Nas X was riding on top of me. We could have gone there, but I get it. I also understand that Pep, this was the thing she was most concerned about, and it unfortunately consumed her a bit. But back to Danny Beard, Danny over here giving their best Lewis Walsh. They, come on, Rue, you already know what's up. Rue gave this face, and poor Danny. Poor Dan. I mean, so it's not funny. Not by RuPaul's standards. I'm afraid not, baby. I'm so sorry. I really am. I really am. Listen, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Please hit that like button. We're almost at 200 people watching this live right now. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Me and my racial content, apparently, allegedly. Child, let my black ass live. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Dislike it if you're a racist. Haha. Share and subscribe if you are new here. Drop a tip in my jar if you want to help your brother out over here. I just moved. It would be helpful. Yeah, but you don't have to, because what's super helpful is that thumbs up, or say subscribe to my Patreon for as low as $1. But thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you for being here. Now, RuPaul then tells them about who their guest judges will be, or should say who's going to be sitting in the roll-away chairs for the Snatch Game presentation. And of course, at the Maxi Challenge, the main guest judge is Mel B of the Spice Girls. I am Black Pepper in this moment because I am such a Mel B fan. Da 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 da. Yeah. Very much that. Ah! Oh, you thought we were going to leave without a much better? You thought. You thought. You thought. Bitch, take that catchphrase to the bank, Bagger. I know that's real. Okay, RuPaul was cackling in that corner. I'm like, girl, you better be paying that bitch's bills. Oh, goodness. Listen. Now, one thing I have noticed from this friendship here between these two, and this may be, TV friendship that has happened over time with them getting together and, of course, working in many challenges. But there's definitely something between Jonbers and Black Pepper in terms of like having each other's back. They've worked together so many times already with the show. And I can see here Jonbers is really trying to lift up some Pep, because she's like, girl, this ain't it. I don't think this is going to be it for me. And I do appreciate this friendship. I really do, especially because as a viewer, we've caught this since day one with the challenges and how they were going. Of course, with the girl group challenge, then they had the improv challenge together. There's been a lot of Jonbers Pepper, Black Blonde. Black Blonde. So I'm glad that, they're actually giving this a little time in the story development department here. So I really appreciate that from those two. But, on the other side of the fence, it's a little brighter over here. Danny is over it. Danny's like, bitch, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. What is a girl? That lady done, she gave me nothing. She deadpanned me. Cheddar's trying their best. Pixie over there wants to help. I kind of do feel bad for Danny, and I'm gonna tell you why. Imagine having that all ready together. You've spent not only just maybe weeks getting that together, but you have that character in the bag. And then this lady come up to you and tell you, oh, girl, who is that? And what are you doing? And are you have anybody else? I don't know. Try again. Oh, it would drive me insane. It would. But it is something that RuPaul has said, and we should know this from many Snatch Games, that you need to have multiple characters ready to go. You do not need to have one and dones. It needs to be multiple characters, because if something doesn't seem like it's going to work out, switch it up, change it up, be versatile. I know us bottoms out there feel like, I don't think so. And the tops are like, I don't like to stick. No, sometimes you got to switch and do something a little bit different. So I feel bad for Danny, though, because I do hate that feeling of having it together and then it just being like, no. But she went with Cela Black, which is who RuPaul thought she was doing. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if that was where you needed to go, sister, but we'll talk about it today. Now, Snatch Game on the main stage gives me hives. And no shade to anybody that has hives. God bless y'all babies. But I was like, ew. I'm sorry, I don't like it on the main stage. I need a curtain behind them. I need the illusion of a different room. I do not like it on the main stage. Oh, I didn't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But this is where the Strictly Come Dancing part falls in here. AJ Adudu, gorgeous, gorgeous. Can I talk about her? Are you sure? She's a Black woman now. All right, you know I'm this racial conversation. Ooh. AJ's gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, Tess Daly, I put this on God. I thought for 5 seconds you were Kate Chastain from Below Deck for maybe 2 seconds. Now that I'm looking at you, you also give me a little Dorit Kemsley, but with like less fashions, and that's not your fault. You didn't marry PK. But yes, I was here for AJ and for Tess. They were good. They were good. They were good guests to have. It was nice not to see a person from Drag Race for the 18th billion time sit there. Yes. Yes. Now, Trav, you were like, however, Matt. I mean, more Luann than Dorit. No. You're missing the jawline. The jaw. That's not a strong jaw. Luann de Lesseps has a strong jaw. Dorit has I'm a follower jaw. Okay, that's why she was nodding her head like a goddamn parrot every time Lisa and Erica said something. Girl, y'all don't want me to start doing Housewives of Beverly Hills reviews because I be reading on the phone with Chris. Like, I cannot stand this lady. But listen. I'm not going to do this in a particular order, but I will talk about who was my least favorite first. I will go through those 4 because it was clearly 4-3. Okay. 4 people didn't do well, in my opinion, and 3 of them did pretty good. 1 in particular, 2 actually slayed. Okay. There was a reason why there was only 5 people on the stage this week. I understood. And I also, can you believe we're already at the top 7? Why does it feel like this season just started for me? And like, this is episode 6, Matt. We're like pretty much at the halfway point, but not, a little over the halfway point. But I'm kind of like, oh, this is, yeah, like I'm shocked. I was like, damn, we're almost done with this show, bitch. Like, we have what, 3 more episodes until the finale? Something like that. Ooh, Miss Click Katie. What do you mean feel? What do you mean feel? Who? Editing was interesting. And I realized that they had to show some people's answers because of where they were going to be placed in the position of the show. But I also was like, honey, we could have low-key just had Cheddar answer all of them. And Jonbers, and Dakota. I think Dakota should have had more screen time, to be honest with you, because their reads were funny. But maybe, and it's possibly maybe that there were some duds from some of the people that we saw as safe or who may have been like in other positions, and they didn't want to show it. You know what I'm saying? Possibly. Ooh, someone has some spelling issues. I want that to be very clear and understood when it comes to that. Yeah, because it's possible. Because I have to remind myself because I talk to these queens all the time. Y'all know I've been in the door and all that kind of stuff, and I've had these conversations about how Snatch Game goes and what is going on there. When I tell you, they're like, y'all don't see shit. You see a small clip of a few hours of us doing this, and I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, you really don't know. So, and even for me, just having that conversation, if I haven't been there, like my sister Jiggly always tells me, Matt, you will never know until you get there. You will never know until you get there. We're going to highlight that. And we're going to remind myself of who this is. Real quick. Yes, the way I don't have time for nonsense no more. But let's talk about who did well and who didn't do well, shall we? Almost 200 in here. Hit that like button, drop a tip in my jar if you feel like it. Let's go. Now, Kathy Bates is giving here. Okay. Kathy Bates is giving. Giving. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go on, Kathy. Bitch, I thought she was Kathy Bates from The Office. Like CEO of Sabre. Do you hear me? I said, oh no. Oh no. I was like, I know you were so happy that your granddaughter, Lawrence Cheney, won Drag Race. Bitch, who is this? Who is this? It's not Shirley Bassey. That's the one. I am going to give Pixie some credits here though, because the way she did her lines in her face, bravo. I was like, okay, she gave. But this looks like someone's aunt who doesn't season their food. Excuse me. Excuse me. Now, Jose, that is nowhere near Abby Lee Miller. No, we're not going to do that because Abby Lee Miller has a raven tan. So we cannot do that. This is giving me this is giving me some cloudy days. This can't be Abby because Abby's got a I want to be there tan. So it's not that. All right. So here's where you fucked up for me, sister. And this is where I say I'm not going to be too polite with your Pixie. So while I'm not going to sit there and gatekeep you being a Black character because, again, it could have been interesting. I would have felt some kind of way specifically on who was chosen either way. Actually, I am going to have this conversation. Let's say she said Nene Leakes. Let's say, I don't know, she wanted to do like Lizzo or somebody like that. And what would we have done? Like, oh, what was well, people are going to feel it wouldn't have worked because there's a lot of isms that are done with us that would have came off as you being offensive. So with Shirley being a grand dame, I can see why she chose Shirley as the character. However, I would have asked them to probably reconsider doing multiple people because Shirley Bassey wasn't just grand and that's it. Like, you didn't do any singing. The Diamonds, darling. Oh, I'm just so grand. Everyone knows who I am and this, that, and the other. It's like you saw one or two interviews and decided to be this character. It was very weird. Kunimitsu. See, there's a point there. But also, Michael Jackson threw himself into the same vat of acid that the Joker did. You need to remind yourself of that, though, Kunimitsu. I agree with this statement, though. Thorgy did say it as Michael Jackson, who is technically a Black man. But I'm just saying, that man threw himself into the same pit that he threw Harley Quinn up in there with, okay? And came out, wanting to paint people's smiles on their faces. Let's not act like that didn't happen. That man threw himself into a whole bat of acid and came out, hello, like all of that, okay? Okay. With that being said, though, because I know some people feel like they can touch anything and things belong to them, this, that, and the other, and that I'm not allowed to have this conversation, and this may be too sensitive for you to have it, but I'm just going to be very honest with you. I didn't care. I didn't like this at all. I did not. I thought she was a good Kathy Bates doing a British accent in some off-Broadway play, but I didn't. Her answers were terrible. Terrible. So I know someone's going to try me in my comments. I already know it. I'm prepared for it. I don't get defended enough anyways. It's fine. Some people don't want to watch this now because I brought this up. I get it. But I'm afraid I'm not going to stand away on this one or go, it's okay. I'm not going to be able to do that. You had way too many options. You chose someone that you didn't even know. Fact. That silver screen, I will never let that go. I was like, when she said that, I said, now what movie? What? Wait, what? RuPaul, and you know this lady is an entire library of information, knows who Shirley Bassey is, and it was like, silver screen? What movie have you been? Well, in all honesty, I haven't taken over it yet. I understand the Welsh part was what was intriguing you, but there was way more to do with that character that did involve a little something, something. And I'm afraid that's the truth of it all. Be mad at anybody else for it. If you, I'm looking for other people that look like Matty, they're going to have a different opinion. That's fine. That's fine. But my American ass is going to go ahead and say that. She was in the bottom for a reason and she deserved it. Next. I hated it. Marie Kondo. I really hate that this is the fall that LaFille had to have to be going home, was doing this character, this person who is known for not really giving a whole lot and simply doing just that. She didn't give a lot, and it's like but Marie Kondo is Japanese. And that's the whole thing. Like, I see you, Jose, when you say, I wish you responded in Chinese for every answer, but Marie Kondo's Japanese. So I understand, and I've seen Marie Kondo before. You know what I'm saying? I've watched things with her. So I'm like, okay, I know who she's being. I felt like her character was in a box the entire time and it couldn't go anywhere. And I mean a small ass box, like a really small box. If she did Posh Spice, I think this could have possibly been a safe bet for her, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think if she did Posh Spice, there's a possibility of her being safe, a bigger possibility for sure. For sure. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna keep that. I think there would have been a bigger possibility of her being safe versus being put in this position here. It was too it I feel bad for her, but I spelled it wrong. Oh, I just hated it. I was like, oh my God, I hate this so much. I hate that we're having to do this right now. And I hate that she's falling so flat because she's good. But I just feel like, again, we don't ever. And Albert, I agree with this. I agree with this statement. But this is also kind of what she's done for almost every challenge that she's been given. She wants okay, for example, I'm going to be this doctor character. It's like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's be the doctor. What was the doctor? I'm just that, flat. No, nothing big. It's like, okay. Then we do the Mary Poppins role. What happened? she actually did very well, but she played a character who was prim and proper, like she normally is comfortable with being. Then we get to Snatch Game, and then it was, I'm going to be someone who's clean and tidy. So it's like, girl, what do you want to do? You know what I mean? Like you talk about standing out, and you choose characters that are always like the straight man. You know what I mean? No, her Mary Poppins was fine, but that's what also had her in the bottom three. It was fine. She didn't choose a role that was actually bigger than what she should have played. In Wildcard, I've seen this comment here. Let's give it time. Can we also talk about how Snatch Game has been taking out the Asian queens in the past year or so because it's so weird and I hate it? Are you also including the Latin queens too? Who there was a language barrier that your accent was just too thick. Do you remember those days? Because I do. I do. But you're making it about, but you're making it about, but you're, but you're, but you're, but. You're always going there. I'm just telling you what actually we can see for ourselves. I thought that was they and them. Maddie just saying LaFille uses da 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 da. Am I being disrespectful by using her right now in reference to this? My apologies. I thought it was a full scale of she, her, they, them, and he and him. I believe that's what I remembered from the last episode. I don't mean any disrespect by that. Was that necessary right now? My apologies. Because I certainly wasn't meaning it to be disrespectful. Can I move on in reference for this? I hope so. I wish she played it just a little bit bigger. I wish she did something a little bit deeper than that here for this one. I mean, the way I was using it wasn't certainly in that capacity, but I again, if someone found it and felt it that way, then I want to respect how they feel. So let's keep moving. She was in drag, and so I was using that in reference for it. And I also don't like it when people start to like come in here and tell me what to do when it's not being disrespectful. So I know what we're trying for, babe, but I also don't think what I did was actually in the same light that you were thinking it was in. Okay. I just wanted to be clear on that before I continue forward with this. She put some big teeth in her mouth and called it honey. No. Danny Beard. Danny Beard. This was so bad. Okay, Danny, I'm shocked you were safe. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm low key shocked you were safe. I thought you were doing like, I thought she was being Tina Burner with a bad British accent. Like I didn't understand what was going on, and Tina's teeth don't even look like that. Like I didn't know who this lady was. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. And then of course, didn't someone do Cilla Black before? And I've had to have this conversation about this lady. I've had to have this conversation about her before. So I was like, well, who is this? Who is this? And then also, it's very much, first of all, we could have had a character that they were actually prepared to do where we wouldn't have had someone throw on some teeth and just make it up as they go. I hated this so much. I really, 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 really did. I hated it so much. I hated it so much. Oh, that's right. Viv was going to do this character. Okay, I remember that now. Hold on. I'm going to spend time on you, bitch. Why? She kept talking about, hey, goddamn slideshow. She kept talking about shaving and hair. What, is there something I'm missing with that? Like, I was so confused. And I said, Dee. I hate that you let her get to your head. You were literally 3 badges, bitch. I said RuPaul did not want you to win no more. Do y'all hear me though? I said RuPaul did not want her to win no more. Oh my goodness. Oh, Matthew, shut up. Wait, I'm being stupid, right? I'm being stupid. She said, "All right, girl, we're gonna have to even this out a little bit. So I'm gonna give you a challenge. Don't be who you're prepared for. Just figure it out." Danny got played by the story. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Anywho, who Black Pepper. I mean, if Pixie Polite was going to be Shirley Bassey, I think Black Pepper should have been James Charles. If we're just going to do it, if we're just going to go there today, if we're going to just do things that we just feel in our heart, don't have to be, honey, you could have been Jeffree Star. Now that would have been a whirlwind. That would have been a whirlwind. Ooh, wrap your mind around how that would have went. I mean, we already saw Shark Tooth from that one All Star season. Baby girl was being Jeffree Star. I said, not with them, not with them chompers. But listen, I love you, Black Pepper, but this wasn't good, baby. And here are the 3 reasons why it wasn't good. 1, you were not prepared for not one joke, and you know this. You know this. 2, no banter happening between any of your fellow contestants. If there was, we didn't see it. They cut that completely out. 3, do you know who Little Nas X is? And I love you, but do you know who that is? Also, Jonbers, you low-key set your friend up when you said you got to pull out that yeehaw. What? Not them only knowing Old Town Road is like the only reference here. Now I will say Black Pepper knew about Panini. Hey Panini, you want to meet me? Oh, like I know they know that. I also was uncomfortable when Mel B kept talking about that's the kind I like. I was like, the fuck? I've seen your past husbands. Are you sure? Are you saying that's because he looks like Eddie Murphy? Woo! Party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. I was like, hold on. Cause I was like, not that light-skinned man you was with, not the white man you was with. Dude, this motherfucker looks like Eddie Murphy from Beverly Hills Cop, period. Fight somebody on it. Tell me I'm lying. I was like, this is from Eddie Murphy raw days. Like, damn, Black Pepper should have been Eddie Murphy. Ooh. Ooh. That would have been funny. Oh my God. So much to pull from. Damn it. We're gonna talk Pepper next time when you want to get back. Listen, if you don't win this season and they have you on some All-Stars, call me about Snatch Games. I can give you 3, bitch, and I know you kill it. But yeah, Mel B obsessing over her ex here. I was like, wow. 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 Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Listen. Every reference was a gay joke. Every I'm gonna bend over. Oh, come on. It was like, what? Like like I wish this had gone differently, but I will say the fit is right. The fit is right. The fit is right. The fit is right. But it was very what you saw on TV for me. Now, here's where it got good. Pete Burns. Dakota, they played you this episode. High key. Your runway and this performance deserved a conversation. There should have only been one person safe, and it shouldn't have been Danny Beard. No, let me not do that. Let me not do that. Do it. let me not do that. Her Pete Burns was fucking funny for what we saw. Jokes were ready on the fly. She was good to go. No issues. None. Funny. Like quick and clever. Once again, Dakota, super. And this is the word Amora right here. Pleasantly surprised. There are a lot of times when we see her go, I've never done this before. However, let's try this. With the improv bit, I've never done it before, but let's just go. And when she just does it, like, just don't think too hard. Just go with the character. Boom. I have no issues. I thought it was lovely. I thought it was funny. She definitely deserved a conversation, though, in my opinion. I was like, you could have gave her some critiques. But yeah, I thought she was a good Pete Burns. I thought she was good. Jonbers, I have to admit, even though I wanted to see your Enya, you were ready for St. Patty. Like, Rue said, oh, do this. And you were like, you know what? That's fucking brilliant. And did. And did. Child. The fact RuPaul said, what about those snakes? Get these snakes off my out of my fucking country. Like, oh my God. I was like, ah. Every joke had something to do with Ireland, and she was ready to go and did all of that. And it was also making fun of RuPaul at the same time, too. Oh, you want to rub me for some luck, RuPaul? Rub my pots of gold. Like, she was playing with Ru. I said, I didn't know if she was low-key being the leprechaun from the Lucky Charms cereal box, magically delicious. I didn't know what was going on, but I knew whatever she wanted to give, it was given. Also, I like her in this wig. I thought her mug was right. I was like, bitch, look at this baby with like it's getting there. It's getting there. She had jokes. She was ready. I was here for it. I enjoyed her as St. Patty. That one I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, God, she's about to sit over here and say a bunch of shit. But no, she actually had really good jokes and everything was relevant to what she was talking about. I had RuPaul cackling. So, Jonbers, go on, bitch. I was like, okay, we see you. We see you. She did have a flatliner, though, which is why I was surprised that she was up there. The snails joke didn't land. Y'all saw that, right? RuPaul, I don't even know what she's saying. Really, Ru? But let's get to the one and the only one. I'm one of one. I'm number one. Don't even waste your time trying to compete with me. Alien Superstar belongs to Cheddar Gorgeous. If I were to go through the Renaissance album and go through this cast and what songs apply to who, Cheddar Gorgeous gets Alien Superstar. Period. Okay. I love an educated queen who not only tells me what's up, but like I get a history lesson that's involved in it too. I also love when I get let's see here. Hold on. I also love when she pays references or queens pay references to past Snatch Game characters, but they do it in a sense to where it's not like breaking the wall. It's still in character. Didn't she reference Rosé's Mary Queen of Scots? Like, didn't that happen too? I was like, wait, who is she referencing again? I forgot because I was like, wait, who was her sister? That was me. I was like, wait, who is her sister again? I was like, wait. Because I was too busy cracking up. But I was like, wait, did she just call that out because of course Elizabeth? Right? Okay, so I was there. Okay, cool. I was there. Bitch, it's the fact that she knows of her being a virgin, but completely like saying horny. She took that character to the next level. Of course, the teeth were rotted. That's a fact about Elizabeth. So it was like, okay, perfect. Let's put that in there. Just presentation. It not only did she give, but she was giving. Remember how RuPaul says, "Well, no one knows what she sounds like because we've never got to meet her." And then of course RuPaul's like, "Well, Kate Blanchett," and then Cheddar's like, "Well, Judi Dench." It just starts naming all the actresses who have played the character, and I was like, ah. Anywho, this was excellent. I have nothing bad, nothing negative to say. I thought she held this up. She was, in my opinion, holding up Snatch Game for me. Like, if there were polls in a tent, this would be the highest poll in the middle. Like, whoo, Cheddar, it was a bravo performance. Honestly, I'm still laughing over. I was watching it over and over again today. Like, this lady knew what the fuck she was talking about. And I know, and I feel like RuPaul said more to you than what we saw on the main stage. But all I got from RuPaul before Michelle like gave you time and energy and this, that, and the other was, "You're so smart." I was like, she had to say more than that. She had to. Who cut her out talking more? Like, you're so smart. That's it. Like, that bitch is funny. Smart, funny, talented, the full works. This was the best of the entire Snatch Game. Personally, deserving of the win this week. But, oh, bitch, when she said, she's like, allegedly. I didn't really like that bitch. And I was like, oh my God, she's bringing up Scott. Stop it. It was so good. Love her, love her, love her, love her, love her, love it. Love it. Cray Trade, that is something we're going to have to see. Can Cheddar lip sync well? Might be their Achilles heel for the crown. We'll see. They haven't been put in a position yet where they would need to lip sync. Will it happen? We do not know. The oil joke was funny. And the dignity. Speaking of dignity. Oh man, I love it, love it, love it when they get smart. Love it when they get smart here. Let's see here. Look at me. Love it. It touched me. Love it when they get smart. Who am I? Anywho, I thought the Snatch Game was decent. It wasn't the worst Snatch Game ever. We've had the last season of RuPaul's Drag Race for that. Deja Skye literally saying 3 words and getting a win because everybody else was trash. This one had a few good queens. They, them, him, he, she, hers is up in there. Okay, making sure I touch everybody. All right, not like that. You're nasty. But you know who was sort of feeling it and who wasn't really feeling it as far as everything was concerned. But I want to have this moment, and I know. Let's see here. I know that. Oh, my bad, y'all. Hold on. I have to respond to this. Cheddar Gorgeous. And I have spoken about this for quite some time throughout the season because I'm like, something about them is just so intriguing. And they always bring a point of view, intelligence, charisma, uniqueness, nerve talent, just the whole bit. Like, it's all there with our alien superstar, right? Like, the conversation about HIV, the stigma behind it, taking PrEP, prevention, all of that took place and encompassed into this one moment where I was not only proud as somebody who is a part of that under the the rainbow umbrella, of course, to have this conversation, okay, but the information that was given on top of it, where the triangle came from, what it was used for, what it was used against, how it was used, and when we took it back. Do you understand? There was so much context in this conversation to history within the LGBTQIA plus community that it was, when I tell you, Pixie gave some chimes, but when I tell you this narrator was writing it. And I'm glad Dakota was the one to have the conversation with her, because you could tell Dakota is young and maybe knows a lot, but it was almost like Cheddar was giving that on top of information in case you missed it, in case you didn't hear it today. And when Cheddar is speaking, do y'all do like me? Like, you know what I'm saying? As somebody who like a kid in school. You stop, and that one teacher just makes you sit down and you just want to listen. That was me the entire time, because I know of that history, but it's the way she presented it that it felt so consumable, and something that you could just regurgitate. I hate to use that word, but consume, regurgitate. You hear what I'm saying? Like, you could give it back to someone. Like, you could literally convey the same message. She is excellence personified in terms of many things. But one thing here that I like about Cheddar is Cheddar can talk. And when Cheddar speaks, you listen, because you know what they're going to say is going to be important. And not everybody has a lot coming out of here that's going to give you what you need. I love Dakota for being there and listening to this conversation and to receive it the way that they did. I love that it is something that we do need to hear about more often. And I love that that was where they went for their Tickle Me Pink runway. Of all the ideas you could have done, you went for something with a fucking message, and I was here for it. Bravo. And honestly, if y'all need more information in reference to these things, you have the internet to utilize. You can go to your local clinics. They have different roundtable groups, sort of they even have ones where you can get paid just to be there to get information about having safe sex prevention, treatment, all of these things to do with the community, but not just the community, because it doesn't just fall within the umbrella of the rainbow. It applies to everyone. And that's one thing we have to get out of the way here, especially with that stigma for those who are positive. And to anybody who is positive, I am apologizing on behalf of the entire world for their foolishness, because it is so disgusting, especially even in our own community of people who are not educated at all in what exactly is HIV, or what PrEP does, or what prevention does, or anything like that. You understand what I'm saying? That doesn't understand that, but just runs around talking a bunch of shit like, oh, this, that, oh, honey, undetectable means untransmittable. And that's the truth. Okay. I've worked with groups like that before. I actually, when I was back in LA, I worked with Reach LA in reference to this, and I had to host a few classes, and I got to talk about, practicing safe sex as well as treatment prevention, this, that, and the other, and what that means to people. And there were folks who needed to have that conversation. I've done my time with this kids. Yes, I have. But I was appreciative. This was given space, and it was done wonderfully. I was very happy to hear that. Yeah, I'm not just some gay out here just doing whatever. Baby, I'm here for my people. You know what I'm saying? As much as they don't want me to be there with them because I'm so this, that, and the other, I'm here for my folks. I'm here for everybody. I'm a Black gay man. Okay, you hear what I'm saying? That's how I operate, right? I can't be anybody different. I've already tried it. It didn't work out. But yeah, there's a lot of stigma behind it, and it really sucks. And it's something that, unfortunately, it's going to still take more time for people to actually understand what is going on, because it normally, and it's sad to say, it normally doesn't get any light until it happens to them. And that's the sad part. Why did you have to wait until you didn't have the proper tools? You didn't know how to take care of yourself, to now where you have to deal with something like this. Honey, y'all better get on board. And also, you can still date somebody who is positive. You can still be with somebody who is positive. I hate how people are treating people like that. And I know that because I have friends who are positive that literally have that conversation with me often, all the time with what they deal with in dating. And so my heart goes out to all of you. I already know how it is. People are gross and weird. So I got your back. Now, RuPaul, this is better than last week. Okay, it's better than last week. And I think the week before that, for me personally, I was like, okay, this is better than the last 2 weeks. I like the top part of this dress more than I like the bottom part of it. And I want to show y'all something, because this backdrop doesn't do wonders for her at all. It doesn't do wonders for her at all. When we got this blue backdrop, do you see the difference here? It's such a clear difference. She looks so much better, right? I like her with this backdrop and this, like something about that's what I'm starting to learn because I get really critical of Rue and I don't need to necessarily be like that all the time. This don't do shit for the outfit. This does shit for the outfit. This does everything for it. I'm going to start blaming backdrops for why I don't like RuPaul's looks. But I do like the top part of this dress a lot, a lot, a lot. This is a good wig too. It's a nasty, nice wig. Her makeup is one. I do love this color. It's just this background, this orange and purple does not do nothing for this dress. That blue and pink though, oh, right with God, right with God. Okay. Right with God. Hmm. Let's talk about the judges, shall we? Michelle Visage in purple. Y'all know I love Michelle in purple. It's one of her, it's a good look. I'm here for this, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm here with this. That wig got a lot of roll me. Shut up. Oh, shut up. I'm here for Michelle's look here. It's actually really good. Alan Carr, you know what? You have been the main guest judge over Graham Norton for the past couple of weeks. I see that Graham is coming back and I'm kind of sad. I don't even want to be rude to Graham like that, but no, I have been enjoying Alan Carr as a guest judge. I really have. I love Alan. He's so fucking funny. So I am gonna miss him next week. I really am. No, we could listen. We're overdue for some cookies now, Nerdigans. So we're gonna have the Keebler elf come back. We're gonna have the Keebler elf come back. Listen, he's gotta get them cookies ready. It's Christmas season. Mel B, I have to get up. when I was a little boy, no, when I was a young child. What? Really? No. When I was younger and I was getting in my full, figuring me out, Spice Girls Wannabe album was one of the first albums that I've had, right? One of the first albums I had. Scary Spice is one of my influences, like as a person looking for that extra and that something, something, right? And also, I could see myself in her, in the group. Y'all don't even know. I was such a fan. I remember I asked my dad if I could be Scary Spice for Halloween. I got my ass beat that day. I'll never forget it. My pop was like, "You want to be who?" Oh, I wanted to be her so bad. I was such a fan. And I love that she wore like the leopard and the cheetah print, and her hair was just big and it was just so unapologetic. Everything about her screamed like just life and love. Like, remind yourself when Mel B was in the group, she always seemed to have that, like, there was always that little bop to her, like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, she just seemed to not give a fuck. And I love that about her, this Scary Spice. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, whoo, such a fan, such a fan. And I was kind of happy she was on the show. Now that creepy moment with Lil Nas X, I didn't know what that was about. I was like, oh, someone's Eddie just hit, but I do love me some LB. I do. Tickle Me Pink is the runway category. Up first is Toot Schiffer. Datuta Schiffer. There we go. Datuta Schiffer. That's her new name. Yep, taking it. Datuta Schiffer is next. Dakota Schiffer is next here. This is puss. This is puss puss. This is puss puss. This is puss puss. This is so fucking I love this look, especially with the cape. That cape adds so much to it. I'm just like, because like it could have just been a simple little dress with a small little hair. Can we talk about this? This is her pose. 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 Yes, ma'am. Ah. Every time she hits this same stance, I'm like, that's the one. That's the Dakota. I love it. I thought it was cute. It's not like super big or anything like that, but I thought it was just so puss to me. It's so she does very clean looks for me, and I like a little clean sometimes. I don't want too extrava. I don't want to always extravagava. You know what I'm saying? But I do love a nice clean look, and I think it's beautiful. I think she's gorgeous. See what I'm saying, Nick? Isn't it though? Like when I tell you, ooh. Patty, you know, I call her Kirsten Dunst sometimes. I do think she gives me very young Hollywood starlet. Ooh, if we had more of Starlet, maybe we could have seen that too. But I would say for sure, yeah. This, Go on, Starlet. It's a puss for me, baby. Go on, sister. Black pepper. You said Marge Simpson, and I was like, where? And you know I love you, but this is the time I have to go. Yeah, this is you know I love you. Down, but I couldn't. I couldn't. Let's see here. Hold on. I'm sorry, I have to answer this. Important. I have a project that I have coming up soon, so I'm kind of excited for it, and hopefully all goes well. So can't tell you anything now, but it is something I'm working on in the background here. I'm not supposed to talk about. Gabby with an eye. What's up, baby? You free Sunday? You want to be on the panel? Let me know, sister. I would need you to watch Dragula, though, because we're going to do Dragula and UK together this week. What in the Mr. Mime hell? Listen, this actually, I wish he referenced the Beatles and the Yellow Submarine. I feel like that would have made more sense to me personally. I do love, can I ask, is candy floss cotton candy and y'all just call it candy floss over there? Or am I missing something because I'm like in my 30s? Can y'all help me with this one, please? Because I was like, what the fuck is candy floss? Because that looks like cotton candy, and maybe I'm just being an American. I feel like I was being an American. Okay. Okay. Because I was like, what are we talking? I was like, candy floss. Okay, cool. I'm not completely out of it. I was just like, baby. I think her face is pretty. To be honest with you, I actually like the top part of it, not the hat itself. I like the red and white checkered number crop top piece of it. I like the pants, but I wish that all of those things went with different stuff. Everything she has on, I wish went with something else. Is how I kind of feel about the look itself. The hat, maybe we don't even need to have. And she said she doesn't like pink, and it's clear because the outfit is definitely a crime. Uh, but it is going to be my first boot, my first for Pep. I love her, but girl, this you didn't even know what she was wearing. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even know what she was wearing. Like, but I love you, but that was adorable, but it's three different looks going on with this one thing. No, thank you. Up next is a backyard again. Excuse me. Up next is a wiggle knots. Nope, 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 Matt. No, no, no. Up next is Penelope Pit Stop. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Let's talk about this. You know, crazy town as fuck. Yes. Thank you, here 46. I was like, this is Nick Jr. all the way. It's something on Nick Jr. I think that this is a well bedazzled outfit. I think that it's stoned right. I do love this pink. I'm trying to give you all positives first. I did enjoy elements of this one. But I'm starting to get she's not going to win the Wacky Races. She's not going to win Wacky Races this episode. She won't. She will not. She will get 5th. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was trying to like this, but it was very too. Hi, RuPaul. I watched Drag Race, and I'm doing your famous look from the like not even, but we also saw somebody else do this too, and it was just like I don't know. I think that it fits very well. I think that she put it together really well. I don't care. Yeah, it didn't do nothing for me. JJ the jet plane. I hated that show as like I was an adult when that show came on, or I think maybe my late teens, early adult life. And it used to scare the shit out of me. I'd wake up and see some random fucking face on a plane's body. Like, and I know Cars was a bad movie. All the Cars, every single one of them was the worst Pixar thing they've ever done next to Planes. I can't believe that was also a real thing. But like, no. Mm-mm. Maddie, watch you manifest Pixie placing 5th in the actual season because that would be a moment. I mean, based on her track record right now, I kind of feel like that's going to happen because while she may have, she's been up there as much as she wants to read Jonbers, girl, you getting high placements with no wins too. Like you just have a badge from the group, mama. Like, let's talk about it. Like, did she win something by herself? Mm-mm, no, 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 no. Mm-mm. So isn't that interesting? I hate that I'm doing this to Pixie because I like Pixie and I know she's gonna gather. If we ever see each other in person again, oh, she will gather me. And Pixie, you have every right to. You have every right to come from me, girl. Candy Muse are the same thing. I said, if you want to get me together, girl, get me together because I came for you, sister. And she was like, oh no, you did. Pixie let me, Candy let me know, but we talked. So shout out to Candy Muse. But if you ever did, I'd take it. I'd take it. I'd take it. I take it. So she only has 1 win and she has 2 mini challenge wins. I mean, somebody won an entire season through mini challenge wins on Italia, so it's possible. I'm like, I totally forgot that the main judge of Italia is Serta Jean with a tan. I got to keep moving because I'm going to get real. Candy was a key. I had a good time talking with her. Glad I did. It was out of drag and it was just us just talk. Yeah, it was very that. When I tipped Candy though, she was spooked when she saw me. She was like, I was like, yes, bitch, I'm gonna tip you, girl. I don't care if what I said on the show, honey. If you're performing, I'm gonna tip you, unless you are, a racist. And then I'm just gonna have my back turned to you the entire time. And I've done that to a few girls that were racist, or something's wrong with them. Whew. I thought you weren't going to watch it because we talked about me, like, not like, honestly, I do reactions for Patreon because I want to hope that a 3rd or 4th episode is going to be better. But like, just Jim, this is Cheddar. We're going to talk about Danny though, because I actually like Danny's outfit. I know some people are like, what? Like, no, I thought Danny gave. Cheddar Gorgeous. Speechless. Speechless. Like, presentation. After this review, if you want me to give you my 5 minutes on why I don't like Italia season 2, I'll tell you why. Because, girl, excuse me. The message behind it, the presentation, the way the makeup was done for me. Oh my God. Whew. Y'all, the triangle is fucking bedazzled on the mouthpiece. Girl, drag. Drag, mama. Yeah. I love it. 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 I love the whole thing. The entire thing. Something that was used to identify gays during war that was then used against them in ways of finding people and hurting them, and for it then to be taken back by us and used in our own ways, and for Cheddar to literally display this look the way that they did. God bless them. God bless them. God bless them. God bless them. I'm too classy for this world. Forever I'm the girl. Oh, babe. Only alien superstar. Do you hear me? Unicorn is the uniform I put on. To be honest, the mushroom look is actually my favorite, but this one means something to me, especially with like the work I've done before, and of course, people who I've lost, uh, you know, in my life over either homophobia or other means that have been in my community. This has a lot of meaning. So this touched my spirit, and I'm glad that she was able to do this, or they were able to do this, because you know how they are on Drag Race. Sometimes they don't let messages go through. Some people aren't allowed to showcase their full look and drag. If you remember the Manila's tampon dress, they were like, But go on, Cheddar Gorgeous. This is the puss for me. Danny Beard is next. So, Danielle, speaking of which, I talked to my oldest sister for the first time in maybe 8 years. No, just the Jim, you're fine. That's why these moments are important to have on the show, because that we get educated in those fields. So you're fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. It's okay. It's okay. Boo-boo. Just not racist opinions. That's when you get blocked. Why do people come for her silhouette? Because this is one of the main things I like about Danny Beard, is that she gives me hip. She gives me some hip. I actually like this a lot, to be honest with you. Jay, there was a reason for those 8 years, but I'm glad we had our conversation when we did. It was important. It was important. And I love her, so I'm happy I did. I thought this was kind of fabulous. I get that pantomime tease from her with the face, as well as like this artistic 1980s. Do you all remember those 80s artwork where they had like a woman on the picture and there's like a Black Panther behind her, and her face would be like full white, but there would be like the makeup and the lines for it and all that kind of stuff. Like, something about that with Danny Beard gives me. I don't know. I'm here for it. And also, if I'm going to think of Marge, no shade to Black Pepper, but this is the Marge I'm thinking about. This is Patty and Selma this is Patty and Selma if they gave a fuck. Not Selma and Geesh. Come on. I thought this was kind of fire. I lived. I did. I loved it. I'm sorry. I know some people will be like, it's a regular dress. Da, 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 da. Something about it I like. You know what I'm saying? Something about that, man. I live for. And the mustache really added something to it. And again, I'm becoming more of a fan of gender fuck drag. Like, that's kind of starting to sit with me. I like it when it plays a little bit with it. Not to a point where it's gross, but I liked it. I thought it was great. I thought it was a very clean look. Go on, Danny. I am going to get her for something, though. Ooh, now that I'm looking at it. Where is your lash? Yeah, we can agree to disagree. That's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that serious. What the lash could have been better. Yeah, is that supposed to be a lash, girl? No, we could have done it. We could have done something crazy with a lash. Now you go throw that little mustache on. You could have thrown a lash. That's not big enough. That's why I'm making it a point, babies. It's not big enough. Yeah, it needs to. It needed to be a different color. Oh my god, I can see. But yeah, I need a different lash. I thought this was not going to be good when she walked out Jonbers blonde. I was worried. I was like, what is this? What is this? I know, Trav, give your 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s and 6s and 7s and 8s, bitch. Do a full 8 count. Do it. No worries for me, baby. I also like to just talk at the same time, too. So my bad. Jonbers. I chopped this, but I tooted this. I thought this was cute when it revealed. Well, I mean, up and down. You know what I'm saying? It's pink. It's pretty. It's Sweet 16, but for a girl whose mom owns a wig store, but daddy is never home. Yeah, because the dress is giving me Uncle Johnny made my dress. It's not spandex, but it looks a little bit like a mess. I'll be real with you. I kind of liked it. And I think it's maybe because of how she presented it. It was like, I'm not Marilyn Monroe, but I'm a man Monroe. I don't know. I'm just happy that it wasn't ugly. Yeah, there we go. When she revealed it down, I thought it was actually pretty. And I see she's trying to do something with her makeup, and it's showing more with her looks. I'll give her coots on that one. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Dainty nice. Oh, LaPhil. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. This was a great look too. Girl, you were an entire fucking tent with an umbrella. Oh, poor baby. She looks so pretty here. I was like, oh, you gave us full camp with this, like literally, and goddamn, you know what I mean? Just the only thing I didn't really care for were the boots, but I also understood why she wore them because they were giving rain boots at the same time too. That kind of tease, but also need to be high up there. This was fabulous. This was fabulous. Excellence. Do you think that she should have had the reveal happen on the runway, or do you think it was perfect to do it during the lip sync, where she became low-key Cammy from Street Fighter? I thought this was fabulous, though. I did. I thought I was like, oh, this is so adorable. I think I just love how she had her hair with the umbrella up top, the coloring, just everything just felt so right. She has not really missed any runways for me. I've had one okay from her, but everything else has been a bop. Okay, so top 7, not really, but 7 queens on the stage. Danny Beard and Dakota Schiffer, were given the safe run, and there were 5 queens on stage with 2 tops and 3 bottoms. So for some people, a wonderful night. The tops were Jonbers Blonde and Cheddar Gorgeous. The bottom 3 were Pixie, Kathy Bates Polite, Black Lil Nas Somebody, Papa, and LaPhilin Maria Kondo. My Wi-Fi's so good right now, Patty. I already know that you need to go ahead and refresh your screen. That's how good I know my Wi-Fi is right now. Ha! Refresh your screen. It is not me. Okay. Let's just move forward through this because Pixie felt some kind of way. I hate that it's like, girl, every challenge I low key feel like you have put this sort of like this giant weight on top of you for. I should have done well this challenge. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. You chose, listen, fuck with the ancestors, see what happens. Felt like I was watching Tales from the Hood, bitch, and then people came from the picture and said, not today, and you got in that bottom position. Just be real, being very real with you. You didn't even know that lady, so it was quite kind of a position you need to be in. And I do love that everyone has your back and they want to uplift you. It is literally every time you do bad, is this should have been my challenge. Girl, if you don't stop. And I like Pixie because I can see some of myself in Pixie, not me being but I would say, with the I want her to get out of her fucking head. That's all. I need to get out of her head like quickly. It's getting, not to say it's tiring, but it's like almost like, if you don't do well in any challenge, is this what we're gonna get every single time? Meanwhile, Black Pepper was red, red, red. They read Pep. They read her. They read her down. What did Black Pepper do, y'all? You know what? I understood where their comments were coming from. Pink is not my favorite color either, and I knew I was going to have trouble with the Snatch Game, but I did the best that I could do, and I can't go any further than that. And while this sucks, I'm just going to have to give it in the lip sync. The, doesn't Jonbers have like the same attitude too? Yes, they do. They do. They have the same attitude. It's very. I didn't do well this week. However, even if Jonbers feels like they're not going to even win this week, I'm just happy I finally got some good critiques. I'm doing this now on the runway. I'm just going to try my best each and every day. I like that energy a little bit better, but I also understand and don't want this to be confused because I know girls like to write before they read, before they listen. Okay? I can't speak on behalf of Pixie. I can only imagine the toll it's taking for them. I know I can be very hard on myself too sometimes, especially when things don't go the way I want them to. I get it. Totally. Totally get it. Thank you, Fozzie. I appreciate the super chat and all everybody for tuning in. Please hit that thumbs up button. But I also want her to recognize or later on in life see that this feeling is not going to help you win anything. I have to tell myself that all the time. Every time I get in that negative headspace, Matt, these emotions that you're carrying into whatever else you're doing are not actually going to solve or fix the problem because you cried about it, because you got so upset and you got so angry and frustrated. That does not solve the problem. Okay. But I still understand where they're coming from. I'm trying my best to be empathetic here without being disrespectful. But it is a little bit like, okay, girl, every challenge can't be your challenge. You got to be nervous about something here. You reading Jonbers every 5 fucking minutes. Where's your badge, bitch? Okay, girl, and you ain't won shit since that challenge either. So now what? Continuing on from this moment, judging happens. Words are exchanged. Saliva is thrown on glass. Cheddar Gorgeous is the winner of this week's challenge. Duh. There is no money. There is no trip. There is nothing involved in this. But they get a badge, and they have 2 badges now, and I would say are currently a contender in this competition. If they weren't already a contender in this competition. Okay. The bottom 2 is Black Pepper and LaFille. Do you agree with this combination? Do you agree? Might be her karma. Between Pep, Pixie, and LaPhil is the question I'm asking for here. High key, I'd let all three be in the bottom T. And the reason I say that is because they all were given positive critiques on their runways. I may not like Black Pepper's runway. The judges like Black Pepper's runway. They live for LaPhil's runway. They liked Pixie's for some reason. I'm like, you want a wake-up call? That'd have been a wake-up call. Put her in the bottom. Shit. Get them emotions together because you're going to have to perform. Patty, thanks for the super chat. Thank you, Matty, for your honest reviews. I always enjoy them. Thank you, Patty, for joining me on these reviews. Thank you all for joining me for these reviews. We're about to wrap this up shortly here and get through this lip sync. But yeah. Did she? Yara, she didn't even know who that lady was. She effort. Uh-oh. Oh, now I've woken up. She literally gave 3 of the same quotes every single time. I'm so grand. I'm so this. I have these diamonds. I'm this, that, and the other. Oh, yes, darling. You know how it is. Honey. Now, let's not talk about effort. Okay. I saw someone pick a character that they saw on TV that was going to be fabulous, that they didn't even know who they were. That silver screen comment was the nail in that coffin for me. I will admit that Lil Nas was not what we wanted it to be at all. And then Maria Kondo up there was giving me basement apartment versus high rise condo. I didn't get none of that. I was looking for a deluxe apartment in the sky, and all I got was, oh bitch, there's rats down here. T. But like, if I'm gonna look at outfits up on this stage and I'm gonna be this girl today, guess what I'm gonna tell you? LaPhil ate them both up in the outfit department. Ate them up. And I love Black Pepper, but this is not the Yellow Submarine I was looking for. And Miss Pixie was giving me brownie points. I did something Drag Race. Look. So that's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you saw that. That's it. However, I get why this is the placement. I'd have changed it up. I wouldn't have this outfit. That would have been my no. She'll be fine. Put her in the back. It's okay. But that's just my opinion. And if you have a different opinion, that's fine. It's fine. I promise you, it's fine. We're all entitled to our own opinions, and some people are very aggressive with their anger towards mine, and you can be angry. Stephanie, I see you on my Cash App. Thank you for the tippy poo. Thank you, love. For woke up and I'm catching the last bit of this live. Thank you, baby. Thank you, love. I appreciate you, Stephanie. Okay, everybody. Okay, everyone. Stop right now. Thank you very much. I need somebody with a human touch. Hey, you always on the run. Gotta slow it down, baby. Gotta have some fun. La la da 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 da. I would have ate this alive. I'd have ate this for breakfast. Again, I had the album. I had both of the albums. I used to listen to this shit on repeat. And I'm so sorry. And I'm, Katie, my bad. I'm not ready to go on this show because I'd have gave a full routine, and it would have been doo-wop. It would have been a full stop right now. Boom, thank you very much. I need somebody with the boom, boom touch. Hey, you always on the run. Spin town, boom, up, kick, walk, and walk. It's do 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 do. When I tell you, I would have been ready for this one. I'd have had one of those, those wands where if you drop it, it kicks open and you can just grab it. Oh, bitch. I'd have had a mic. I would have kickstand this wand, grabbed it, stuck it on the ground, pulled out a microphone from my wig, slap, boom. It would have been, it would have been, it would have been on. It'd have been on. It'd been on. It'd been on. Oh, it would have been on. Because this is, there's two. I love Spice Girls. So this could have been that song. Now, let's have a conversation about what took place here today. Nonchalant one, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for stating how important it was seeing Mel B in the 90s. She was everything for to me. So free. I love her. Same. I totally agree with you. So, both of them were trying their best. And I'm going to say that. They both tried their absolute best. And I love them both for trying. Both had different ways of approaching this in somewhat of the same capacity, but not really. Now, when the reveals happened and we got this Lenathia wig on Black Peppa, that's a Nene Leakes reference for the girls that don't know. And then, all of a sudden, Cammy was revealed as a new fighter entering the ring for Smash Brothers here. New challenger appears. I was like, okay, go on, bitch. She's about to cannon spike. Cannon spike, Hawkeye. I was like, okay, we about to get one of the best skins that we could get on Street Fighter 6 pop off. I was here for it. Okay. Cammy in the Rain. Listen. There was a lot happening. Black Peppa started rolling across the stage, and I was like, is my sister all right? And then I had to look at this bitch. I said, LaFille, are you taking off your shoes, sister, and playing with leaves? I was RuPaul. Rue. I was Rue. Like, oh, what's happening? What's happening? No, those were leaves. No, SM. I put that on everything. Those were leaves from a tree. I put that on everything. Because if it wasn't leaves, then it was Monopoly money, but it wasn't no dollar bill. Honey, those were leaves. Like she had just been kicking a bunch of fucking, fall decorations through and through. Bitch, listen, then can someone help me? Help, honey. What? Was she pulling out a tarp? Is she getting rid of a body? What in the Christian Bates is going on here? What is happening? I love her, but what? So I felt like, what? Like, what's going on? Like, help me understand. Why? I was Sporty Spice in this moment. Stop right now. I want to tell you. I want it. Stop right now. Thank you very much. Then Black Pepper. Girl, when I tell you, you hi-yawed into that dip. Hi-yaw into that dip. I was like, bitch, what is happening? None of it went with the song. The split was fabulous. I saw the cooch hit the floor. I was like, okay. LaFille just fell. It was LaFell. LaFell is as tall as Black Pepper with those heels on. I was like, wow. But listen, I love these two. I fucking hate that they had to lip sync against each other. Black Pepper was the winner. And I would say the reason why she is the winner is because, honey, she didn't pull out a whole set for a sporting goods store out on the stage. You hear what I'm saying? You want to buy a tent? Here you go. You need a tarp? There it is. Leaves? Don't worry about it. Like, I thought that LaFille was trying to sell us something at Academy Sports and Outdoors. The right stuff, the right price. I assumed. It's a great song. It deserved better. I'm just going to, no shade to you too. I was like, nah, not for me. Not for me. But LaFille has to walk away. I am very sad. I wanted LaFille to be in this competition a lot longer. I enjoyed them. I did feel like they were played for the edit. Personally, I thought that they deserved a lot more time than what they were given. That's just how I feel. She should have kept her shoes on. That is the absolute fucking truth. Because when I tell you, I can only imagine how long she sat down there and untied those boots and shook out those leaves to give a show while she sat like some child in a kindergarten class trying to tell us how many apples are sitting in front of I like her. I hate that she got this edit. I think you deserved more screen time, babe. Sorry, just being real. I thought she deserved more time. But that's the name of the game. Your favorites are going to go. Sometimes we don't get our way in life, and that's fine. I do not wish any ill will or hate or any sort of. I won't be sending anybody messages like some of y'all crazos. I won't be sending anybody anything wrong or gross or nasty. They don't deserve that from me. I wish these bitches nothing but the best. They, them, she, hers, he, hims, whatever they want to go by. They deserve nothing but love and nothing but grace. This is a TV show, and this shit is real to an extent of an edit. Top 6. Dakota Spliffer. Cheddar Gorgeous. Black Pepper. Pixie Polite. JB, y'all. Jonbers Blonde, known by those who knew of the new name change. And Danny Beard. Danny Phantom. We'll see what happens next week. I can't believe we're already to the top 6. I'm excited for it. I love these babies. I do. I send nothing but my love and support. I did not want LaFille to go home so quickly. I was like, oh, right now? She got to go right now? That's how I felt. Right now? Oh, my God. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate all the love. Hit the like button before you walk out that door. Subscribe if you are new here. You're like, I kind of like this guy. Well, subscribe. Do me that favor. Now, this is a conversation we need to have about why I won't do Drag Race Italia. And not me, I'm not sending any hate to any of the people on the show. Nothing of the sorts. I wish them all well. Oh, it is so hard to watch. It is not the language barrier. Not even close. Y'all have seen me review shows with different languages. Honey. The lighting is a hate crime. The lighting is a hate crime. I cannot get into the judges panel. All 3 of them. One of them looks like a Zach Posen like knockoff, which I'm sure he's not. But the lady screams. I can't do her. Oh, she be yelling at me. I'm like, Martha, no, thank you. Just screaming at me. Half the time she don't look good either. Priscilla, I'm so sorry to even bring Sutter Jean into this, but I'm like, low key, she looked like Sutter Jean's auntie, but damn. That lady's face. No, Nerdigans, I haven't been watching the challenge at all. I've been so swept up in getting this house together, as well as getting some sleep. I've literally been catching up on sleep too. Like, not even to shade, but I have been catching up on sleep. Um, I can't do it. Judging makes no sense at all. Like bottom placements, this, that, and the other. Particular contestants, I'm just like, I can't. Nothing against the queens either, but like some of the edits are very annoying. Nehelina, you have way too much camera time. You are not the entire show. They have made you the entire show. I am tired of you being the entire show. I'm going to be very honest with you. I'd like to get into other people in the show. But when I say she is literally taking up 65% of the timing of it, I can't do it. I'm like, so she's top 3. Like let's not bullshit it. She's top 3. Has to be. The way this is going. Honey? No. I do like some people on the cast. Names I don't remember. I don't understand why makeup is so important for other shows, but not for this one. I'm talking to Joffrey or Jeffrey, whatever his name he goes by. That person had nail stitch of makeup on for this last runway, and the same thing for the previous one, and that has not been called to the plate. But yet you are reading this other lady whose makeup you find to be not good enough here. I was really confused with like the way that they judge people. And even the first episode, Miss Mama got good critiques and was still in the bottom 2. Like, what the fuck is happening here? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you talk about her makeup not being good, but then this bitch doesn't wear no makeup and you're praising it. I also don't want to hear any of y'all coming for Danny Beard and his beard again, because this grown individual doesn't even color his beard, their beard. And they're getting passes. Obama is literally the villain of the show, and I hate that for them. I hate it for them. They only use shady confessional moments. Like, all they're doing is the looks. Some of the looks weren't like even. Oh, honey, let me tell you something. Who won this week? I could not believe. I thought they did the best in the acting challenge. I thought they were great. Their runway, though, that little girl cannot walk in heels at all. At all. No, she cannot walk in heels. Bitch, if you've seen One Chance at Love, and there's this girl, Soldier Girl, that was on the show, and she couldn't even stand up in her Fashion Nova heels. Like, you had to see the clip. It's all over the internet, right? That's who she reminds me of as she's walking. Like, oh my God. Like, she's not pigeon-toed, but she walks pigeon-toed. And then I swear her heels are about to fly off every time she's taking a step. I'm like, what is going on? It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. I don't know. Listen. If you are enjoying the season, I'm happy for you. I think that you should continue watching the show for sure. For sure. I'm going to watch it for my reactions. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy doing reactions here, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue. Like, I couldn't do a review on it because I would feel like an asshole, because every episode I'd be like, what the fuck is this? So I just I prefer to, leave it at yeah. Mm. Good luck to all of them. Good luck. They deserve it. I believe success belongs to many, but not. Yeah, that. Yes. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I will be on Scotty by Nature's channel tonight at 8:30 Central. Let me just double check here. It's a Boys Night Out episode, so I'll be on Scotty by Nature's channel tonight to discuss things that are not Drag Race related, but are certainly related to things that I watch that I enjoy, like Housewives, Love and Hip Hop, Love and Marriage, as well as other shows of that nature, and discuss hot topics that I normally wouldn't discuss here that may be a little controversial. But that will be at 6:30 Pacific, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern on Scotty by Nature's channel. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you had a good time. Again, these are discussions, live reviews. It's not going to be any short episodes. If that's not your jush, I don't need to hear about it. Block, delete, move on. If you don't like me being Black and talking about my Blackness and how I can relate to the show, block, delete, move on. And everybody else, thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, Nerdigans, not one dropped live. HD the majority of the time. And I thank you. The Wi-Fi has been fixed. And it was my doing that did that. Not the text, my doing. I told them, it's the modem. It's not the modem. Did the wall. They literally ripped open my little wall over here. Did all that. Told me about the two bands. I said, it's the modem. I took the modem to the store myself, changed it up. Look what happened. That could have all been resolved in a day. Anywho, appreciate y'all for being here. Hit that thumbs up button if you would for me, please. Like, share, and comment. Subscribe if you're new here. We have a good time. Joseph, thank you so much for the Cash App tip. I see you, baby. Check me next time Sunday for the panel. We'll have our normal cast, and I believe Gabby Wood and I is going to be joining us this week too, so we'll have a good time. But thanks for tuning in. Take care. You know the rest of it. Let me leave you with my intro music. Bye, y'all.
Listen. Yeah.